So I'm going to direct the next question to you, Dr. Hammett. What thoughts do you have on remaining positive and being constructive during this time versus allowing this time to affect us negatively?
Well, thanks for the question. It's a good one. Um, we all have emotions. We all have anger, fear, sadness, and we create happiness. And so it's important from an emotional intelligence perspective to know that, acknowledge that, and then follow some model, like Gary just explained, um, to make ourselves as healthy and productive as possible. That's what transformative emotional intelligence really is. And so, in the literature on emotional intelligence, we hear a lot about, the saber-toothed tiger back in the cave days, right? Where um, the purpose of emotion was to help us find food or save us from the saber-toothed tiger. And in today's environment, I just think what a metaphor for a saber-toothed tiger is this pandemic. And so I think it's a good thing to understand when to listen to our feelings. It's always a good idea to listen to our feelings. Okay, I'm not saying that. And to process that information in a way that can move you forward in the most constructive way for you and the people involved. And we're all involved in this pandemic right now. And so um, I wouldn't recommend spending too much time in front of the television, um, because you could just get so wrapped up in it that it consumes you in a sense. And I don't think that's a very constructive way to spend your time. Um, what I try to do is I listen to the NPR headlines every morning. It's a 5-minute headlines, and I listen to them again in the evening. I get I get the main topics of the day from that about the pandemic. I learn what the recommendations are for trying to keep myself healthy and the people around me healthy, and I try to follow those recommendations. Um, and then, so how do we use emotional intelligence frameworks uh, to help us stay calm and constructive? If you think in terms of processing those four basic emotions, you have all this time. Most of us do now, working from our homes. How do you spend your time to create happiness in that environment for yourself and the people around you? If you focus too much on the stressors of the day, that may make things worse, not better. And so I would say, don't listen to too much news. Get Find a way to get the news that you need and no more, and then find a way to follow that emotional intelligence learning system that Gary explained, at least the first two or three steps, and explore ways that you can spend your time at home making yourself more happy. Um, if you like to exercise, that might be a great way. If you like to play a musical instrument, wow, what an opportunity for you to hone those skills. Um, and so do that, and you know, like the short definition goes, try to learn how to think constructively and act wisely. And um, I don't know, perhaps Dr. Lowe could add some more. Those are my thoughts.
Well, I think that brings us to the last question anyway, to where you both can kind of weigh in on that, piggybacking off of that.